Hi everyone, this is Tofu911 and I just want to thank everybody for giving me commentary, likes, and subscribing to my channel. And I even like to appreciate the people who give thumbs ups and thumbs down on my original video, because it lets me know that you guys really like this and really want to know how to make it. So for the spider bracelet that doesn't require a loom, let's go ahead and get started. I have for you 4 different colors that you would need. You basically just need 2 of the reds, a couple of whites. Black is optional. I like to use it for the body, and then the purple. If you want to go with a different color spider, you can certainly substitute the purple with a different color. Okay, and we're gonna start off with the black, just to start with the skeleton. And basically all a skeleton is just 2 rubber bands tied together. So it's as easy as this. I like to stretch them out a little bit on the skeletons because some rubber band brands will stretch out a little bit more than the other. So you want to stretch it out and make sure that it doesn't stretch out later on after you have already made the bracelet. So this is the most basic skeleton, just 2 pieces. For the black, we're going to want to make quite a few, and all you do is just keep latching onto the skeleton. There you go, just easy as that. Now in my original video, I only did a few, but what I found out over having made the bracelet quite a few times is that it really helps to have a longer skeleton, especially if you have chubby fingers like me, or if it's just harder to get into those, if you don't have fingernails to grasp onto as well. When you're making the skeleton into a ball for the body, the longer it is, the easier it is just to have. Okay. And I don't like to give an exact number of how many goes for what. Every single bracelet is very organic in how it's made. It's just a process. You figure out like what works or what doesn't work for you, and you go from there. So just gonna add one more on this one, and then that's it. You're gonna want to do the same thing with the purples. Also do a skeleton with the purples. For the skeleton for the purple, I'm actually going to use the black for the body and the purple for the head. So in theory, the head would probably want to be a little bit smaller, so you don't have to use as many of the rubber bands to add on to the skeleton. And again, I'm stretching it out so that way the rubber band doesn't stretch out later on. These rubber bands I'm actually using are Rainbow Looms, and the Rainbow Loom tend to stretch out a little bit, so that's why I'm kind of pulling in on them a little bit. Okay, so I think that's about good for the purple. The next thing we'll want to do is we're going to want to start creating the body and the head. So to do that, we're just going to go ahead and start with the black and roll it together. There's really no right or wrong way to do this as long as it becomes a ball. I usually just grab one end and kind of squish it together and just start rolling it into itself. For the spider body, if you want to go a little more oval shape, you can. Just depends on what you have in mind. On the other ones, I've did an oval shape. There you go. You'll see I'm just like rolling right over it. And then when you get close to the last one or the last one, you can always start looping it over the body itself. and this will help stabilize and keep its shape. Now if you find that the last one doesn't hold very well, you can also, you know, do it throughout the other couple rubber bands. Start tying it in on itself. See? So there you go. A little close up on that one. It's not perfect, and don't worry, we can certainly fix that in a little bit. So now we'll do the same thing with the purple. It's a little harder, again, when you're using a smaller size skeleton to do these round balls. Just try the best you can, squish it out, see if it works, and you'll see like how this piece sticks out. You know, you can stabilize it, just tie it in. Twist and tie it in and see if it works. Again, down to the last one, just try to tie it over the body as best as you can. Now what I'm doing here, as you can see, is, oops, just trying to turn and loop it inside. So this is kind of what it looks like as a close-up. And don't worry about it if it's not quite there. As long as the piece seems pretty stable and it's not going to fall apart, you're good. You can see mine doesn't look very much like an oval shape at all. Okay, and so now we have the two pieces, the head and the body, and next what we're going to do is we're actually just going to attach them together. And the way we do that is, oh, this one needs a little more stability. Just pull out the loops and loop it over it again. There we go. Okay. See this extra loop? You know, you can just pull it up, pull it out, and then turn and loop it back in itself. Okay, that's better. Okay, and then when you saw when I was trying to fix this that I just pulled out some loops and looped it within itself. When we attach the two together, you're going to find those little extra loop holes that are sticking out. All of them will have that, and attach it across to the opposite color. So we're going to, in this case, pick a purple loop and then just attach it to the body, which is the black ball. Okay, just like that. Trying to even it out a little. Oops. Okay, and you see this little black one just came out. You know, don't worry about it. I like to just try to twist it and then just loop it over the purple. This purple doesn't want to stick. Just turn and loop on. Okay, and there you go. Something pretty basic. You'll see that they are attached on. It looks just like that. Alright, we're ready to go ahead and build the body up and the head as well. So what you'll do is you'll just grab some purple rubber bands and just go ahead and tie it around the body to give it shape. You can also do the same thing for the head. You can choose to do just the head first and then the body, or go back and forth. whatever works for you. Now when I'm doing it again, sometimes I'll twist it like this, so that way the rubber band stays put on there. If any of the pieces comes out like this, you know, just pull it out and tie it back on itself. Now again, you want to keep and make sure that the body and the head are just attached by two pieces going back and forth of black and purple, so that way you can insert the legs on in there. See how I found two pieces I didn't quite like how it stuck out on the black? You know, you can just open it up, twist it, and loop it back on the body. Okay, you see how it's starting to take up shape here? Head's still a little bigger than the body, but you can just keep on going with that and keep looping it right around. The other thing you can also do is that you can create a purple skeleton, a long one, and loop it right over the body as well. It'll use less rubber bands and create more of a body for it. Sometimes what I'll also do is I like to do two at a time. Add some on. And then come in with a different rubber band. And then loop those around. And then any loose ones, you know, go right back in and put it in there. So you'll see my spider has a bit of a longer oval than I want to, but you know, just keep shaping it out, and it'll start looking more and more like the head and the body of the spider. Okay, and pretty much I think I'm gonna just go ahead and stick with it like this, being my spider. When you're happy with what you got, just go ahead and keep adding on. If you're not happy, you know, you can just disassemble it and start back again. What we're gonna do next now is we're gonna add on the legs to the spider.